How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to what seems like a very weird video out of the blue, I know, but listen, I want to talk about 3 weapons. This is one of them. Heart Light, by the way. Peep the ornament. Beautiful ornament. Refuse to take it off. I honestly, I just can't see the normal version and just think it's pleasing to the eye. But there's also 2 more examples, those being Borealis, which I don't even know why I thought was a heavy, but look at how amazing Ultraviolet looks. And the third one, which we will get into in a second, which in my opinion is the best one out of the bunch, is Dead Messenger. How you get them, Destiny is in a very weird spot right now. I don't even know how you get these weapons, I'll be completely honest with you. But what I do know is that they all share the same trait, that being that if you hold the reload button, you will automatically be able to swap between, the 3 main elements in Destiny, which we'll talk about in a second. Funny enough, I understand how in the beginning I was one of the people that was complaining, like, why isn't Stasis a part of the, ensemble or whatever? I'm dead. And I quickly realized how stupid that was, considering, just like Strand, it goes in a different spot or a different slot, whatever. So it makes total sense. However, for the most part, when we talk about these type of weapons, they all have like a unique trait about them that is interesting. I think Borealis is the only one that doesn't, because, for example, this one, you basically have ricochet rounds, pack-a-punch, like all the bullets go across all the surfaces damn near, like similar to, what's it called, that one lucky bullet that you get from like the exotic Kvostov. It's similar but not really. I don't even know why I brought that up, but yeah. So the thing is, when you break it down, I'm almost dead, thank God for Devour, even though they took one of the aspect slots away with the update they added a long time ago, which do stuff like that and then get surprised people don't play. You know what? Don't even listen to me. It was very busted. I don't play anything but Warlock for a reason. Anyway, I think it would have been really cool if Dead Messenger had 1 wave of each element if you got the catalyst, but I think that's like way too complicated and asking for a little too much. Anyway, get me out of here, because I don't want to die. So I'm horrible already. But anyway, so you might be thinking, why are you doing in Prophecy? Like, why are you here? Like, what are we doing? And basically, the TLDR is I just wanted to run, I guess you could say, a mid-par dungeon with all 3 of them. Now, I know that I probably could have used Dead Messenger for this, but it's whatever. Because Heartlight, in my opinion, is probably the most useful one, I guess you could say, because, it's automatic. You have all 3 elements. In this case, I have Overload, and, depending on the season and whatnot, you have the range, you have ricochet rounds, you can stop champions. All that stuff is obvious. You can cycle elements. You can do that with the other 2 weapons as well, but because they take special ammo, I think it's a little bit harder. And I'm also interested because I have a feeling that I can't confirm, I really don't know, if there are any, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, plans in the future, right? The very scary future of Destiny. If there are any futures to add a weapon, even if it's exotic, right, that basically cycles Stasis and Strand, probably. However, I don't know if that's really going to happen, considering condition finality already exists. All right, if I don't fall off and I can actually get the remaining ones, we might actually be able to continue gaming. All right, fellas. So I'm gonna die. I gotta pop this real quick. I gotta pop the B word fountain. So basically, I got to thinking, if I don't die here real quick, I'm probably gonna have to get another one. I don't really feel like splitting that one and risk missing both. So I got to thinking, they could have added more. I mean, it's kind of a gray area because you have Stasis and what's it called? Stasis and Solar. It's like George R.R. Martin, like what's it called? Or Song of Ice and Fire, like the Game of Thrones book from like 10 years ago or whatever, 15 years ago. I don't even know. And I remember Rooster Teeth, like the podcast themselves, was like a popping thing back then. It was crazy, dude. I was there for that. It was, wow. Anyway, so the thing is, the weapons themselves, the only reason I think Heartlight is the best one, even though it's probably the worst one as well, is because of the utility. And so, it got me thinking. Borealis, same thing. Borealis doesn't really have anything special going for itself. If you say that, oh, but the weapon, it looks it looks good. Like the what's it called? The little ornament that you have for it looks I'm dead. Looks way better than the actual catalyst and whatever it does. So let's actually finish on this little cheeky adventure that we got going on and get dark. And then after that, I mean, he should die 100%. There's no way there's no way he doesn't. So, I mean, this exotic has been in the game for a ridiculously long time. And the practicality of it, I mean, it's always been like a farm XP or do bounties with it type, situation. Unless I'm dead. Unless you're doing like I'm in the bowl. Unless you're doing like grandmasters or something, and you're like constantly swapping, and like you tell your team like, I got us, gang, and like you're using it. But at that point, it's a lot of farming involved, because you're probably using a heavy that does a lot of damage, considering you're using a very bad exotic. Or not bad, but you get the point. And just like that, to the surprise of no one, I barely use the weapon. I understand, but there's really nothing special about it, dude. Like, what do you want me to say? I can swap to Arc, and there's like no shields here. Literally, not a single shield except his, and it's not even working anymore. So, what is this? Okay, I'm keeping that. Dragonfly Frenzy, that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna swap the SMG to something else, considering I literally have this on like the last 30 videos. I just love it. I don't know. It's one of the best SMGs that I've ever used. I literally did the same thing, but I literally took the coupe version of the SMG and I turned it into a sedan. I literally have the same thing. I don't even know why I did that. It just looks nice. I don't know, dude. It's always the same old, same old. So, where is it? Yonder. Over yonder. Yoink. Damn, I'm barely on the plate. I don't have Devour, though. Quick. And I missed because I hit the backboard. I'm dead. I'm dead? I'm dead. Fuck. Instrumented performance. I did not. Let's get this real quick. 1, 2. Hello. There we go. Break my back real quick. All right, let's go. Because I'm ready to lay some girthy pipe. Where they at? I'm ready to hit him with Kaido's monstrous. Dude. I probably shouldn't say that. That sounds disgusting. Where you at? I'm gonna swap the firing mode to fire. Get it? Just because it's you. And you missed. Curb stomp. Unsuccessful. There we go. He's dead. And now, front and center for my chest, for my reward, because I deserve it after so much suffer. Bro. Alright. Ooh. Hold on. Yoink. What is this? Range finder friend. We're not cooking, but we're in the kitchen. You kind of had me in the first half. But now time for the best sniper in the world. Borealis. And low-key, funny enough, look at this. This is actually very fitting. This is actually very beautiful. We're having a poetic moment right now. Let me end it. I know we're progressively talking less about the weapons as the dungeon basically goes on. Ignore the background noise. That is my cat making a noise. You know what? I'll actually show you a video of what he's actually doing. Hold on. I'm not gonna... Should I? No, I'm not gonna find a corner and hide. There's no point. I'll just put a picture of my cat on screen so you guys can see him. Anyway. Well, I have 4, actually. So that's... whatever. Anyway, so here's the thing. Here's the rundown. So basically, out of all the weapons, if Borealis had a little bit of a modifier or something, a little bit of an umph, where, like, I don't know, you land 3 separate hits and you're on solar mode, you get to scorch a target. You hit 3 with void, you suppress. That's Wither and Gaze, I know. But, like, something. Because right now, I am kind of glad that they basically went and fixed the damage numbers and they don't say 72,000,000%. Like, I'm glad that they changed that, because sometimes you would have commas on top of commas and numbers, and it would be horrible. You would have to screenshot and then, like, go back to, like, look at the... Bro. To look at the... It was a mess. I genuinely disliked it. I also, like forever ago, this was probably like months ago at this point, back when Bungie was talking about adding the ballista, the X crossbow, whatever you want to call it, the Clash of Clans Archer Queen ballista, like they wanted to add something similar, and the TLDR was that if you look at the part, yeah, it's heavy, but hold on, my bad. Like it's heavy, right? But if they were to make it a primary, I wish that it would be like Van Helsing meets fucking, I don't know, Sinners and very Bloodline, like Warlord Shogun at night or something, After Hours core, where you basically have like a crossbow that shoots stasis and strand. That would be really cool. Back when like the game was alive and it had a heartbeat, people would go and say that you know, we're gonna get a 6 class and it's gonna be Siva and we're gonna basically get on top of the moon and crack it open like a... Bro, listen, that never happened. And even if it were to happen, that would be the ultimate Hail Mary to get players back. Nevertheless, we're just gonna keep welling with corrective measure. The time lost one. Just to always remind myself that when I went and did that, dude, I was struggling so much. Like, it's actually crazy. Bro, please, why are you chucking fire, dude? I'm dead. I don't have a single heal. I'm dead. I'm dead. Holy fuck, I'm dead. Can't hit me. Dude, I have no health. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Get out! What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. Pop it. Pop your little... Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, we got Devour. Nothing happened. I ain't even worried, dude. It's like, turn around. Face the wall. I'm with my shot. I'm gonna drown. I'm still on my own. You missed, dumbass. All right. I say as he hit me like 4 times back to back to back, like in the last sequence. You see the applied pressure to the open wound that I'm smacking him with continuously, rapidly, furiously. I literally wasted a fucking... what would have been... Okay. I basically wasted what could have been a nice little cheeky frozen bonanza, but whatever. Dude, bonanza, that's such a weird word. I don't even know why I said that. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna go over here, and I'm gonna pocket watch you out of existence. And then this is basically my life. Now I just gotta wail that bro until I get either a hint of ammo or a little bit of super. Alright, before we close out, you guys know what it is. I was expecting this weapon to be a little bit worse, but there's a lot going on in the season. There's a lot going on with like renegades around the corner. There's a lot going on with like the artifact and stuff like that. I need to do a little bit more research if I'm actually going to start playing again, I guess you could say. So it is what it is. I'm going to try to figure out if there are any catalysts. God damn, I just got hit with a nuke. I want to see if there are any catalysts that I don't have that I need to get for future videos, because I got a couple of ideas. But boom, level 15. You see what I mean? I haven't been playing, dude. I've been playing a lot of Division 2. You catch my drift. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it here. I hope to see you guys in the future for another video. And if you enjoyed, consider subscribing. And if you don't, that's totally fine. I don't blame you. Destiny's dead. Like Dado said in his little I'm taking a break video, filming the video game is the hardest part. But I'm telling you, that's the cat. My cats are fighting. That's an actual sign to get out of here. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.